Welcome to Procedureflow's Art of the Flow series. This short video explains how to submit a change request for approval in Procedureflow. Procedureflow is designed so there is always one live version of any flow, which means a single source of truth. If any process changes or additions are needed, contributors create a change request using the live flows to make updates. Meanwhile, the original live version remains in place and is the only version users see while updates are being made. Once the change request is ready for approval, the person contributing the updates must then submit them to an approver before they replace the live version. There is no ambiguity or confusion for end users because they're not concerned with the different versions of documents when using Procedureflow. The live version is always current. Now let's submit a change request for approval. Once you've made all desired changes and modifications to your draft, make sure to click Save and then X on the top right of the editing canvas to close any flows that you've been working on. You will then be brought back to the change request container. By clicking on the Changes tab, you can see a side-by-side comparison of the new version of your change on the right and the live version on the left. This gives the user the opportunity to have one final look at their changes. There's also a list of all the modified and added flows on the left-hand side to click through to view all of your changes. If you're not happy with the changes on a particular flow, you can discard your changes by clicking on the three dots on the top right-hand side of the screen and select Discard Change. This button is useful when you have several flows as part of your change, but you just want to discard the changes for a single flow in particular. The other option is to discard your change altogether, which is done by clicking the button beside Submit for Approval on the top right and selecting Edit Change Request. You are then brought to the Edit Change Request page. Here you can delete your entire change request by selecting the Delete button on the bottom right of the page. By using this function, the entire draft, including all the changes, will be discarded and the user won't have anything to submit for approval. In both cases, an additional confirmation dialog box appears where the user must confirm their intention to discard the changes before the flows are discarded. When you're sure you want to submit the changes, click Submit for Approval. Here you can see the updated status of your request. It is now open, pending approval. The approver will receive a notification that the change request has been submitted for review. If you realize you need to make additional updates to your change request after it's been submitted for approval, you can take it back before it's approved by clicking on the Cancel Approval button. You will now notice that the status of your change request is open, work in progress, and you can continue editing it once again. It's important to note that the changes will not appear in the live version until they have been approved and published. Procedureflow allows for a single source of truth and stores all change history for flows, so you can say goodbye to storing multiple versions of documents. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the other videos in the Art of the Flow series.